Okay, before I started training with TBFT, I was working and being pretty non-active in actively seeking fitness. I was walking and doing a lot of lifting and stuff at work, but not really doing anything outside of that. A couple of my health conditions started to impact on what I could do, and in the past I had tried going to gym, like physically go driving to a gym and that. I found that a bit intimidating. There was a bit of male testosterone hanging around, like a lot of very fit looking people. I didn't feel that I fit into that category. Therefore, I just sort of decided to quit all that because I just wasn't motivated enough to keep doing that. And I kept on comparing myself to other people. I was also had some grandchildren along the way, and I was starting to find it a little bit hard to play some of the games that they wanted to play, especially at the playground. I wanted to still be able to, hop on a swing with them, do a little bit, go down a slide, little things like that they enjoyed. And I was finding I was struggling a little bit with balancing and stuff, getting up on those. So, yeah, I saw an ad for TBFT and thought I'd ring Rob and see what happened. That was uh, six years ago now. There was a lot of things that impacted on my decision to take the plunge into TBFT. I saw some of the stuff, I think it was on Facebook that I first noticed it because I had been looking at other programs. As soon as I saw the 50 plus on the site, I thought, okay, that's sounding a lot more like me because I was well over 50 at that stage. And I thought, well, it on that it did encourage to give it a try. Rob also sort of like said on the site, I can't even remember what it said really because it was a while ago. But he sounded very inviting and very encouraging that like he would take into consideration my needs around my health concerns. So that really was the driving factor in me going to give it a go. Met Rob, did the fitness assessment, and I felt really really comfortable with Rob. Didn't feel intimidated, didn't feel like, sort of like all it was okay to be as I was. But Rob really put forward an understanding of, that we can't do the things that we used to do when we were 20. Um, and yeah, I just felt really comfortable and reassured. There lots of things that, yeah, it just felt more like something that I could manage than, yeah, and not having to, I don't know, keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, if you go to a gym. I knew right from the start with that interview with Rob that I was going to get one-on-one assistance right from the word go. Cost at that stage didn't come into it, and now I really don't mind about that because I know how beneficial it is for me. Not that it's a good price, but having the ability now with Zoom to do it at home, that factor of being at home and just, finishing something, oh my goodness, I need to join in Zoom, or whether or not I stay in bed and it's a bit like, oh yes, I need to get out of bed and do Zoom, and it's right there for me to do. It's great. Motivation and consistency is, I think, one of the highest attributes that TBFT give to me. Rob especially is always available through Zoom with the messaging and stuff. If you ever want to have a chat or anything, always there. But yeah, always great, always motivating, encouraging, supportive of what's going on in my life and how that my life impacts how I complete the exercises. If I go away and I haven't got access to weights or anything, that's okay. I can still join in even without weights. Like there's different ways you can do it, or just have a little break, and always welcome to back in to the next sessions that you're available to go to. You get sort of instructed nicely on how to complete your routine. If I struggle with anything, or there's always Mitch and Rob, especially on Zoom, will suggest different ways of me doing the exercise, or to fit in that exercise that I can't do properly, if there is any. The sessions that I do with Mitch are awesome. We have some great ladies especially who make the conversations, and we have a lot of laughs in our sessions. There's no competitiveness. We're all, don't worry about how we look. Yeah, it's a terrific environment to be included in. I really do enjoy doing the age appropriate workouts. I I think that as we get older, I know in my situation, I tend to enjoy not really enjoy, but like I do enjoy doing the balancing things, because I'm not very good at my balance. I tend to have a few little, I won't say falls, there's slips, where I land a bit awkwardly. Doing the balance training does definitely help when I do get a bit unsteady, because I can get myself back upright and everything. I'm better at getting off the floor, out of bed. I can get in and out of the car much more easier. And just in general, like reaching for things, carrying things, with doing the weights as well, also helps with everyday tasks, and just sort of like knowing how to hold things to even to prevent injuries. Training at home, I really do enjoy that. It's the accessibility of just going to your space, and whether that be outside, in your bedroom, in the garage, it's where you feel safe and confident about doing your thing. You don't have all eyes on you except for the trainer, which is what you're there for. Definitely feels more comfortable for me doing it home. It's like if I do miss a session, I can just message Rob and he'll slot me into another time which suits me. Uh, even if you're sort of like a half an hour off a session and something comes up, you can quickly just send a message and you're trying to slot into another session, whether it be that day, the next day. If you miss one completely, you can catch up at another week. And it's it's strict, but it's not strict. For me, that's a big plus. The benefits in my daily life have been very impactful. With my health conditions, it keeps me motivated. The program keeps me motivated to keep moving so that I don't end up just being a sloth on the couch, just sort of thinking, well, my health impacts me doing this, that, and the other thing. It actually encouraged me to keep moving. With having a chronic lung condition, I have good days and bad days. I'm having a great day today. With Zoom, I can be silenced so that my coughing doesn't upset anybody else, or I can still hear what's going on. I can still do my thing. That the exercises and the breathing that with the yoga and stuff that Rob puts online as well helps me with managing my breathing and the techniques that I can use to calm my coughing, so that I feel like I can manage my health condition better. The Zoom sessions in particular are different to what I've ever done before. I used to go to a YMCA, which was quite massive. A lot of people there competing for weights, competing for treadmills, competing for this, that, and the other thing. Having the Zoom is just so much more advantageous with access, accountability. Yep, Rob's definitely on the ball. If I miss a session without notifying him, when are you going to do the next session? And which makes me better at my accountability for continuing to exercise, because I feel when I do the exercises, I feel so much better afterwards. Sometimes I still do find it a challenge to actually have that motivation within myself to do it, but I am so glad when I do, because I just feel better within myself. I feel more active. I feel happier. For those of you who are sitting on the fence with thinking about joining, all I can say is get off the fence, contact Rob, do your assessment, give it a try. You're not going to lose anything by at least trying this program. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at just how great a program it is to be included in, and it's a really supportive community within itself in the Zoom sessions, no matter which one you go into. Always welcome. Yeah, I just give it a go. It is totally worth it.